Hello IP students. Today our topic is computer network and this is computer network part 2. In this lecture we are going to discuss about some network devices. So let us take them one by one. First of all, NIC card. NIC also called as network interface card. So in the list of networking devices, NIT stands on the first place. Without the devices, network cannot be done. And this is a diagram of NIC. It basically represents the functionality of NIC. So NIC card is also known as network adapter card or Ethernet card or sometimes called LAN card. So NIC allows our PC to communicate with other PC. If so, in networking, want to communicate with other PC, we use NIC card. Without NIC card, networking is not possible. So basically, it converts data transmission technology. So it converts data transmission technology, and a PC use parallel data transmission technology to transmit data between its internal parts, while the media that converts this PC with other PC use serial data transmission technology. NIC convert parallel data stream to serial data stream, and vice versa. Serial data stream is get converted to parallel data streams. So there are three important points regarding to this. First of all, NIC is a networking device. Second thing, that NIC stands for network interface card, and it is a important device, network device used for networking. When we want to share data from one computer to another, then we use network interface card. Third important thing is that it uses a transmission technology in data, in which data can be transferred parallelly from within computer system or within internal parts. And when we want to share data from one computer to another, then uh, methodology used method used for this is a serial data transmission. So technology is serial data transmission, and NIC card basically converts parallel data stream into serial data stream and serial data stream into parallel data streams. So these are the three important points. First of all, it is it is a network it is stand for network interface card. Second, it is a networking device. Third, it also knows as adapter, network adapter, Ethernet card or LAN card, and it allows NIC to communicate with other. It allows PC to communicate with other PCs, and as far as technology is concerned, parallel data transmission is used within the computer system or PC, and from one computer system to another system, serial data transmission technology is used. Next is, next this is a diagram of NIC, and we can see that there is a system PC1 and this is a PC2. So from PC1 to PC2 there is a parallel data transmission here, and within the computer system there is a serial data transmission from one device to another device. So this diagrams basically tells the functionality of network interface card. Next is there are three other important points regarding to network interface card, and this is these are the different NIC cards. You can see these all are the different types of NIC cards. So an NIC card look like this. This is a wireless NIC card. Before discussing all these topics, first of all, let's complete certain points regarding to NIC card. Usually all modern PCs have integrated NICs in motherboard. So generally NIC is part of NIC are the part of all motherboards, and NIC are also available separately. NIC are also available separately. So generally these are the parts of our computer system, and they are also available separately. And for desktop or server system, they are available in adapter format. For desktop, these are available in adapter format, which can be plugged into the available slots of motherboard. And for laptop or all small size devices, they are available in PCMCIA, Personal Computer Memory Card International Association card format, which can be inserted in PCM CIA slots. So for desktop system, it is available in adapter format, while in laptop system it is available in PCM CIA card format, which refers to for a personal computer memory card international association. So now types of NIC cards. So there are basically two types of NIC cards. First of all, media specific. Different types of NIC are required to connect with different types of media. For example, if we cannot connect wired media with wireless NIC card, just like this, we cannot connect coaxial cable with Ethernet LAN card. We have to use the LAN card. This is a particular build for the media type which we have. And second is network design specific. So a specific network design need to specific LAN card. For example, FDDI, token links, Ethernet have on restrictive type of NIC card, and they cannot be used under NIC cards. So in short, we can say that NIC card of two type, media specific, and second network design specific. When we um, when we use the term media specific, it means that different types of medias are there. May be wireless or wired media. So for NIC card available in concern to media specific, as far as network design specific also. So there are other different technologies such as FDDI, tokening, Ethernet. So according to these network technologies, NIC card are built. These are the different types of NIC cards. This is the PCM CIA network interface card available in laptops, and this is a wireless NIC. This is tokening NIC. It is a type of network design specific card, and a single RJ port NIC is here. This is RJ45 ports Ethernet NIC. Ethernet NIC is here. This is also a network interface card, network design specific card NIC. Second is BNC and RJ45 port Ethernet NIC. These all are the different types of NIC based on laptop and computer desktop system, as well as media specific and network design specific. So these two terms are used for NIC card. When we discuss about media specific NIC card, then it means that it basically concern about the type of media, whether it is a wireless or wired media or type of cable. And when we discuss about network design specific, it means type of networking is used. So it may be a tokening, Ethernet, or FDDI. So these are the different types of NIC cards. So in short, we can say that NIC refers for network interface card. It is an essential part of all the computers. In computer system, generally it is found as a network adapter card, and this is also known as a network adapter card, Ethernet card, and NIC card. And desktop system available in adapter format, but in laptop it is available in PCM CIA format. So these 2 points are very important. And these are the different types of NIC cards, and this is the diagram which shows the functionality of NIC card. So from one computer system to another, parallel transmission is there, and from within the computer system it is actually serial data transmission. Next is modem. So modem is basically stands for modulation, demodulation. Modulation and demodulation. Basically these are the two terms used, modulation and demodulation. There is a conversion of signal from analog to digital and digital to analog. So these two terms refer for that. And in short, modulation demodulation is also called as modem. So modem is a type of hardware device that convert between analog and digital data in real time for two-way network communication. Modulator converts information from digital mode to analog mode at the transmitting end, and the demodulation converts the same from analog to digital at receiving end. So there are two terms, modulation and demodulation. modulation and demodulation. Modulation means digital mode to analog mode, conversion of signal into digital mode to analog mode, and demodulation is just reverse of modulation process, that means analog to digital conversion. So signal may be in the form of analog or in digital form. Computer understand only the digital language, it means 0 or 1. So signal are converted into analog to digital and digital to analog when we send data from one system computer system to another computer system. So the process of converting data from analog to digital to analog is called the modulation, and this part is done by modulator, and is analog to digital conversion is also called as demodulation. And so modem basically refers for stands for modulation and demodulation process. So in simple language, modem is a device that is used to connect with the internet. That is a very important part. In simple words, in simple language, modem is a device that is used to connect with internet and enable digital data transmission to the transmission over telecommunication lines. So transmission may be using telecommunication line, and use of modem is to convert data from analog to digital and digital to analog, and modem is a device basically which is used to connect with internet, and transmission of data is used by different telecommunication lines. So analog demodulation process is there, and that is done by modem. Now types of modem. There are basically two types of modem: internal modem and external modem. As the name suggests, internal modem means it is a part of our system. So basically these are inbuilt. So internal modem is available as interface card for desktops and PCMCIe card for laptops. We need to install it in available slot on the motherboard. In comparison with external modem, these are the inexpensive, as these modems uses computer CPU for data encoding and decoding. We have to purchase these modems separately. An external modem is separate device that have its own CPU and memory. So there are two types of modem: internal modem and external modem. External modem is basically separate device that has its own CPU and memory, and internal modem is available as an interface card and is essential part of our computer system, essential part of our laptop in the forms of PC and CIA. As the name suggests, internal means a part of laptop, or external you have to purchase separately, and it's at its own CPU and memory also. So these are the different types of modems. This is USC modem, mostly common. Wireless modem, DSL modem. External modem is this. This is the internal modem, and it is connected to our motherboard. And this is the cable modem, connected via cable. So these are the different types of modems. So next is hub. Hub is again a networking device, and hub is a computer network used for connecting multiple computers or segment of a line. So if you want to connect multiple computer, we can use hub, or if you want to connect different segments of a LAN, then we can also use hub. So hubs are fundamentally used in network that are used twisted pair cables. So hubs are used when twisted pair cabling is are used to connect devices. And second important thing that is that it is not an intelligent device. And why we call this as it is not an intelligent device? Because it broadcasts the data. So they are designed to transmit the packet to the other appended devices without altering any of the transmitted packets received. And a network hub is a node that broadcasts data to every computer or Ethernet based device connected to it. A hub sends data packets framed to all devices on a network regardless of any MAC address containing in the data packet. So the important point is that when more than one computer is connected using hubs, then hub sends um, frames, or we can say that packets, means information of data to different parts or to different devices connected to a computer system, regardless of any MAC address. It means it broadcasts the data. So those devices also get the data uh, which are not interested uh, in it. So that is a basically disadvantage of hub. And hub falls basically in two categories. First one is active hub. This is a very important part. Types of hub: active and passive hub. Active hub, they are smaller than the passive hubs, and they are not provided path for the data signal. In fact, they are regenerate, concentrate, and strengthen the signal before sending them to the destination. Active hubs are also termed as repeaters. And second is passive hub. They are more like point contact for the wire to build into the physical network. They have nothing to do with modifying the signal. So hubs are basically are two types. Active hub, or also called as repeater. That is a very important point. And second important point regarding to active hub is that they not only provide the path for the data signal, in fact they regenerate. So they regenerate the signal or strengthen the signal, while and this feature is not available in passive hub. So active hub are also called as repeaters. They are in passive hub, they are more like point contact for the wire to build in the physical network. They have nothing to do with modifying the signals. So if we want to conclude in one line, we can say that active hub are also called as repeater, because not only they transfer the data, but also they strengthen the signal or regenerate the signal. But passive hub only just send the data, and they have nothing to do with the modifying the signal. So this is all about hub. So 3 points are very important regarding to hub. First of all, hub is a network computer network device, and it is used for basically for twisted pair cabling. And using hub, we can connect multiple computers or different segment of a LAN. And it is a non-intelligent device. It means it broadcasts the data to different computers connected to hub, and it don't use any MAC address. And types of hubs are concerned, there are two types of hub: active hub and passive hub. Repeater is a device basically which amplify the signal, and later on this video we can discuss repeater. But repeater is a device which repeat the data. So active hub work as a repeater, and passive hub have nothing to do with the modifying the signals, just transfer the data from one computer to another computer or broadcast the data. So hubs are classified into two basic categories. This is the diagram of hub. Hubs look like this. Next, switches. It is similar to hub, but the basic difference between hub and switch is that it is an intelligent device. So it does not it don't broadcast the data from one computer to another. It basically send data to a particular computer system. That's why we can say that it is an intelligent hub. So a network switch also connect computers like a hub, where the switch different from a hub is in the way it handles packet of the data. So the difference between hub and switch is that hub handle the data in a different way, and when a switch receives data, it determines the destination and send it directly to the devices. It does not broadcast the data or packet to all computers, and this is a very important point, as a hub does, which means which means which means bandwidth is not shared and makes the network much more efficient. For this reason alone, switches are usually preferred over a hub. And hub works by sending the data to all the ports on the devices, where a switch transfer it only that port which is connected to the destination devices. So that is the basic difference between switch and hub, and it may be asked in examination, what is the difference between switch and hub? Both are connecting devices, both connect the different computers or different segment of a LAN, but switch is an intelligent device and hub is not an intelligent device. um, Hub basically broadcasts data or packet but in case of switch it is not so. It particularly it send a data to a particular computer system or particular MAC address, and that's why it is called an intelligent device, intelligent hub, also called as intelligent hub. And this is a 5-port network switch. So it look like this. Next is router. A router is a hardware device designed to receive, analyze, and move incoming packets to another network. And it may also be used to convert the packet to another network interface, drop them, and perform other actions relating to a network. And it can connect multiple computer network via wired or wireless network. So router is a hardware device first of all, and its work is to and analyzing analyze and move incoming packets to another network. So, and it's may also be used to convert the packets to another network interface, drop them, and perform other actions relating to a network. So basically, router is basically work is to receive, analyze, and and work as a network interface, and it can connect multiple computers. So multiple computers can be connected via routers and via wired or wireless. So both types options are available in router. And this is a router. Basically it is a wireless router. Next is a repeater. In our previous slide we already discussed active hub, and active hub also called as repeater because they amplify the signals. So repeaters basically repeat or amplify or strengthen the signal. That's why it is called a repeater, because they repeat a signal. So network device, it is a network device and used to regenerate or replicate a signal. We can say that replicate a signal or strengthen signal. Repeaters are used to transmission system to regenerate analog or digital signal, both types of signal. Whether it is analog or digital, both types of signal can be regenerated using repeaters. And analog repeaters frequently can only amplify the signal, while digital repeaters can reconstruct a signal to a near its original quality. So two types of repeaters are there: analog repeaters and digital repeaters. Analog repeaters can amplify the signal, while digital repeaters can reconstruct a signal to a near its original quality. And this is a diagram of wireless repeater, which basically amplify the signal. So in short, we can say that repeaters basically repeat or replicate a signal or strengthen the signal or regenerate a signal. Whether signal is analog or digital, it can repeat or amplify or regenerate a signal. While analog repeaters frequently can only amplify the signal, while digital repeater can reconstruct a signal. That is very important one. Digital repeaters reconstruct a signal to near its original quality. So that is the basic difference between analog repeater and digital repeaters. So let us take a revision of all these networking devices. First of all, NIC. NIC refers for Network Interface Card, and it is a part of all laptop systems, and it is also called as network adapter card, Ethernet card, or sometimes also called as LAN card. Using this, networking is incomplete. So from one computer system to another computer system, when we transfer data using network interface card, then data transmission is parallel, and within computer system data transmission is serial. For desktop system or server system, they are available in adapter format, and for laptop they are available in PCM CIA format. Types of media specific and network design specific. These are the types of different types of computer networks. Modem refers to modulation demodulation. Modulation refers to digital to analog conversion, and demodulation meanings analog to digital conversion of data. Two types of modems are there: internal and external. Internal is a part of computer system, and external we can connect external modem to our computer system, but external computer system have its own CPU and also memory. These are the different types of modems. Hub is basically a non-intelligent device. It broadcasts the data, and it is used to connect multiple computer or segment of a LAN. Hub basically falls into two categories: active or passive. Active hub works as a repeater, and passive works or have nothing to do with modifying the signal. The example of hub and switch. So it's a very important question, that what is the difference between switch and hub. Switch works almost switch and hub are almost same as far as functionality is concerned, basic functionality is concerned, but the only difference between switch and hub is that switch does not broadcast the data, and while hub broadcasts the data. So switch most of the most of the network and most of the networking switch is preferred. And there is address MAC address. MAC address means media access control. It is a unique address for all computer systems, and this address system is provided by NIC card, NIC card, NIC network interface card. So hub don't use any MAC address, and it simply broadcasts the data, while using switch data is or data or packet is sent to a particular computer system. And this is a type of network switch. Then router, it is a hardware or networking devices designed to receive, analyze, and move incoming packets to another network. Say example of wireless router. Then repeaters, as the name suggests, it repeat, amplify, regenerate the data, and data or signal maybe in the form of analog or digital. So basically analog amplify the signal, while digital repeater can reconstruct a signal or near its original qualities. So these are some networking devices. In our next lecture we are going to discuss about some other networking devices such as bridge, router, and discuss some terminology regarding to these in the computer network. So always remember its key points regarding to each and every networking devices. Note down it one by one, and at least 4 to 5 points are prepared for each and every topic or network interface, networking devices, and diagram should be very clear or function should be very clear as far as examination is concerned, because in examination if um, practical based question is there, then it may be asked that which network devices you used to use in a particular type of network, and there is a question or condition regarding to that. Suppose there is a condition that you want to amplify a signal, then what network device is used. So if you know that repeater is used to amplify or regenerate the signal, then you can definitely write device name, that is repeater in this case. So and in similar manner, hub and difference between hub and switch will be asked. What is the difference between hub and switch? In one line we can say that switch is an intelligent hub or intelligent device, and it does not broadcast the data like hub. It sends data to a particular computer system at a time. So and other is modem. I think it is very common term. Modem basically refers to modulation demodulation. There is a process modulation and demodulation. Analog to digital conversion is called demodulation, and digital to analog conversion is called modulation. So basic functioning of modulation demodulation or modem is to conversion of the data from one form to another, and it is a network device. So these are the some important points. I hope you like this video. Till then, goodbye.